great. Here we have this building on the left. This is the bottom building. I know this because it says so. It's from 1929, and if you went into that section without windows, you would be in the middle of the opera. But they also do in 1929, and not enough to go building. So what they decided to do was to put the opera house in an office building. And the idea is that the revenue from all the offices will help support the opera. Great idea. That worked for 7 days before the opera opened in 1929. There's something called Black Friday. Black Friday is when the stock market crashed about 700 points, 500 points. The beginning of the Great Depression, and the opera closed about 3 or 4 years later. I know. We go back into the 1950s. I love to really take a walk through to get the changes. Okay, I'm going to switch you to the right-hand side for these dark green buildings coming up. And this is another style you can take home with you. This is called modernism. It's also called the international style. I like international style because no matter where you're from, you have a building that looks like this in your town. This is what they did in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. The person that was most associated with it in Chicago, somebody called Mies van der Rohe.
Oh, Mies van der Rohe, sorry.
Mies van der Rohe
that's the
Germany in the 1930s, leading the Nazis.
American
School on the south side of IIT, and trained a whole generation of architects to do buildings like this. No decoration. They call this decoration number 2. We're in the 20th century. And for him that meant let's use 20th century materials. Forget the granite, forget the marble. We're going to use steel, glass, and concrete. And put it all on the front. Number 3, he likes his buildings to have a feeling of what he called regularity. And by that, here's what I mean. This is the same from bottom to top, from top to bottom, side to side. It's kind of one module reproduced over and over and over again. And that's what he means by regularity. And the last thing that you can't really tell from your angle, but a lot of these buildings are on stilts. He wants to show you the bones of the building, and they have these transparent lobbies. These 2 buildings, and actually the next 3 coming up, all by the same firm. The firm is called Sigmund Owens & Merrill. They were great disciples of Mies, so much so that they the building coming up with the big expiration house, the market exchange. They had a trading floor there. They didn't want to have a lot of columns. You don't want to have a lot of columns. You have to have an exoskeleton and put that on the outside. Personally, what I like about the building are its tenants. Because on the one side you have the Corey Bakery Cafe, and the other side you have fitness corner clubs fighting it out.
That's fine.
There was a reaction to this. There always is a reaction. Mies once said less is more, because he had a stripped down style. In the 1970s, people were saying less is more. And that's why you start getting more references to old historical styles. Even this building coming up right now, this is by the same firm. It's not a box. It's got this wonderful curved and the glass is a little bit pinched. It kind of gives it a real shimmering feel. It almost looks like you're seeing things underwater as you're looking at it. And it's a little bit more contextual. Okay, Eddie's modernism. We're going to go back to the 1920s when the post office coming up.
Tim used to work here, you guys.
Actually, this is the old post office. Built in 2 stages, 1921 to the middle, 1932 to the end. It's done by the same firm that did the Opera House and the Merchandise Mart. And this was... This was the largest post office in the world at the time it was finished. And the reason it was the largest post office was Montgomery Ward and Sears and Spiegel. We had all these catalog cases in Chicago.
Look at the roof.
Stuff going out in the mail through Parcel Post. Sears was sending out houses through mail. So there's lots of activity through this. The problem was by the 1960s, these buildings getting outdated. And out how to do it efficiently, so it was closed in 1986. Remained closed about 23 years. And I'll tell you what happened to it on the other side when you go under the Eisenhower Expressway.
Ooh, the Eisenhower.
Congress Parkway.
Yeah, what the hell is that? An old ship.
That's very weird.
It's a really weird.
And the top of it looks crazy.
If you look at this building, it was huge. It was a bit of a white elephant. It was finally bought by a New York development firm in 2016. They put about $900 million into it. They turned it into an office building. And one thing it has going for it is this. If you are Walgreens or Uber or PepsiCo, all of whom are in this building, and you have hundreds of employees, and you don't want them all on different floors, you can do that here. Just look at the size of that floor plate. And so it's very attractive for that particular reason. And even in today's commercial climate, commercial real estate climate, that is about 97% leased.
Wow,
which is kind of
crazy.
amazing. If you're really fascinated by it, good time to be able to tour, special building tour of it that the Architecture Center does. I do it along with some other people. We do it on Tuesday, but you have to sign up in advance. But we'll take you through the whole building, winding up on the roof, which is a green roof, which has some tremendous views. So if you're interested, talk to me afterwards. That closed in 1996. The new one opened up the same year. And that's what you're looking at right now on the right-hand side with the yellow curvers. And because they designed this one from scratch, you can make it pretty efficient. And they have hundreds of miles of conveyor belts in that building. What they don't have is a river walk. Because the federal government, I guess, doesn't have to listen to the mayor of Chicago. And they didn't want one to expand since he's not that interesting. So, let's go back over here. Look over here, you look straight ahead. You can see a curved concrete building coming up. This is River City from 1986. It was designed by Bertrand Goldberg.
Wow.
Goldberg was an interesting guy. He had actually gone to Germany in the 1930s to study at a school called the Bauhaus with Mies van der Rohe. And when Mies came to Chicago, they worked together for a while, but they eventually kind of had a falling out. At one point, Goldberg asked Mies, who was his mentor, "Am I destined simply to copy you for the rest of my life?" And Mies replied, "Isn't that enough?" And for Goldberg, it wasn't. He once said there are no right angles in nature. I don't want right angles in my building. If you don't want right angles, you have to look at something a little more plastic like concrete. And it's a very distinctive signature form. He wanted these to be much taller. He wanted to have 2 or 3 70-story skyscrapers here. The city said no. The reason he wanted something of that height was that Goldberg was a great believer in cities. And he really felt the cities are only going to thrive if you have a critical mass of people downtown who support restaurants, shopping, Sorry. He got these as tall as he wanted. But his idea of having people come and re-energize the central core of the city really has come about, as you can see by all the development in this area. Okay, I promise you a fire. Here it comes. You look to the right, and I know it's hard to see through the fence, but once you go past the tan building, you can see a radio tower, which is blinking out there. And just to the right of the radio tower is a brownish building with an orange end plate. That brownish building is the Chicago Fire Academy, where we train our firefighters. And just for the heck of it, they put it on the site where the Chicago Fire began. That is where Catherine and Patrick O'Leary had their home on Decoven Street
With the pork.
in October 1871.
She gets
The
blamed.
fire did start in Atlanta.
Wow.
The whole story about the college is a total myth, pretty much the product of a lot of anti-Irish prejudice at that time. But the fire did start there, and the wind was blowing in this direction.
The cow wasn't
You can vouch for that. It wasn't there.
The cow was
I went to a high school within 3 days of the fire, which is about 5 blocks west of there, and they were praying through the night that the wind would not shift. They never did, in this direction. There were very high winds, and it blew 30 pieces of timber across the South Branch where we are right now, and then it swept through downtown. By this point, people are fleeing west, north, into the lake. And then the fire turned and jumped over the main branch where we started off.
This one, the one with the crowd.
And
That's
So cool.
burned out about 36 hours later, pretty much where the Lincoln Park Zoo is today, when it started raining. And a couple things about the fire. Number one, it did not burn down the entire city. And then what they tell you. It started over there, came in this direction, which means that everything to the west, everything to the south, such as steel mills, lumber yards, stockyards, railway terminals, those are all unaffected. What the fire did do was bring a lot of young architects to Chicago, because this was a city that was rebuilding. And some of those people would help develop the skyscraper about 15 years later in Chicago. And the last thing, we lived here after the fire. And 2 years ago was the 150th anniversary of all these programs and books. What strikes you is that this was sort of a defining moment for Chicago. This was, we knew Phoenix was going to come out of the ashes, we're going to come back bigger and stronger. And that was pretty much true, because we had a population of about 300,000. 30 years later, we were at 1.5 million. This is another one of your photo opportunities. Despite the haze and all the smoke, what you're looking at is Willis Tower, formerly Sears Tower.
Woo!
It's the big one. With the engine.
Yeah.
Got it.
It was the tallest one in the world, actually, when it was built in 1974. 1,451 feet, 442 meters, 110 stories tall. And remained the tallest building in the world for about 20 years, into the 90s, when it was passed by a number of buildings in Asia. But until a couple of years ago, it was still the tallest building in the United States until it was passed by the New World Trade Center in New York.
That's
There's
pretty
actually a
cool.
dispute as to which one is taller.
Yeah, and do you count the antenna and
You count the antenna on the top, it's the world highest occupied floor. So when you have this dispute, you have to go to somebody to resolve it. They went to a group which is called the Council on Tall Buildings. And they decided that in fact the New York building was taller.
Politics.
One thing about tall buildings,
Politics.
like that one, is wind load. That has a certain amount of sway that is built into the building. And if you go up there to the sky deck on a windy day, and you look at the toilets, the water is going to be sloshing around. And a lot of tall buildings are designed in wind tunnels just to see how it's going to be affected by the wind. What they did here was something called the bundle tube design. Think of it this way. One stick is very flexible. If you take 9 sticks and tie them together, you have much greater rigidity. So this was 9 tubes, about 75 feet across. They don't all go to the top. They drop off at different points. And what that does is it makes the air kind of flow around the building a little bit more. All right, we'll get back to Willis Tower in a minute. I wanted to mention the building over on the right is about 1 o'clock with the statue on the top. The statue is of
Great.
who you all recognize as the Roman goddess of the and one of the why Roman goddesses on 1930 skyscrapers is because that particular building is the Board of Trade. And they created grain futures in there like wheat and corn, and they wanted to have something thematic that went with the building. When they did in addition to it, which is right in front of us, that building with another pyramid roof with the foot ornament on it at about 2 o'clock. That photo ornament is trying to represent one of the trading pits that they used to have at the Board of Trade. Jump over 2 buildings. This building with all the great balconies sort of popping out against that background. And the big white nail slot at the top. Architects are always trying to make the buildings look different. If they look different, people want to rent the building. They usually do something with the top or the bottom, but the beginning of something as common and as humble as a balcony. So they have all these great balconies sort of popping out. Some people think this looks like a climbing wall.
It does.
Some people think it looks like a punch card with hanging chats. Some people think it's Morse code and there's a message on the side of the building. The actual answer is, we'll get her to the bridge, I'll show you. It's right next to the Conference Expressway. And what they were trying to do is to reproduce the feeling of looking straight down of a whole bunch of rows of cars and trucks in that alignment. To the left of that is the building, the pink building with the cylinder at the top. There's 311 South Wacker. It was right next to what was Sears Tower. You're not going to out-Sears Sears Tower. You can be outside Sears Tower. Sears Tower is going to be tall, dark, and handsome. This will be pretty in clean Texas granite. The Sears Tower is going to be rectangular. This will have 8 sides, but most of all, when the Sears Tower gets dark at night, that has a big cylinder
crown shows up,
with
yeah.
1,500 fluorescent tubes in it, which really makes it jump out on the right side. Okay, I have to be quiet. Sitting on the right-hand side of what looks like a big green ship. What's interesting is what goes on in the building. If you went in there, basically it's a large slushing machine. There's a giant vat. It's about 100 feet by 100 feet by about 40 feet deep. And at night, tonight, when electric rates are lower, you fill it with water. There's piping that goes to that large pool, that vat, and it chills the water to about 35 degrees. And then in the morning, it's pumped out to older adjacent buildings and it's used for air conditioning purposes. It's just a real cost-effective and environmentally friendly way of doing
I
that.
thought you said that it was a sausage.
You get a nice view of all the trees.
Get out of here. I cannot understand.
Really.
Cool.
You look up on the right-hand side, you can see a design. Actually, it's a map.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
It's a map of the river.
Oh,
And those rectangles that is kind of lit up
I wanted to
is the
know.
equivalent of Newark here.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh my God, that's clever.
If you need to do that, you probably shouldn't be out in the first place. And let me say one other thing about Willits. Has anybody been on the ledge?
Oh, that is fabulous.
No. Somebody's been on the ledge.
What?
No, check it right now. All right? Look at middle tube. You can see 5 glass ledges protruding from the level of the sky deck. These are glass ledges.
Yeah.
Oh, glass, thick glass. They're laminated together. So you can walk out and look down 95 stories if this is something that appeals to you. I have done this. And your benefit. And the one piece of advice I would give you, do not do that for sign time, that there are obnoxious small children around who will start jumping up and down on the ledge, and I didn't care for it. This white building we're looking at right now, I think this was done by Harry Weese. Harry Weese liked triangles. So even though those are square columns, we thought it would be kind of cool if from the river they look like triangles. So he rotated them 45 degrees so you could see them from that angle.
Well,
I wish it was something weird.
For the next one, I want you to look straight ahead. Look straight ahead at about 11 o'clock. You see a red brick building with a clock. And below that it says Intelsat. You all see that one? I'm not going to talk about it. Talk about the one just to the right, the one that has all the truss work at the top.
Yeah.
And I want to explain what all the truss work is doing up there. You've probably noticed by now, this is hard to miss, that over there on your left-hand side, there are trains. There are trains there because of 2 large stations, Union and Overlook, which means that all those tracks are not going to move. Which means that all the buildings you see over there are built over the air rights of the railroads. And this works fine. They're able to get all the supports down between the tracks. You can see some of them there. Except for up here. Because when the tracks go under that building that has all the truss work at the top, especially with respect to that left-hand side, the tracks curve and they come together in such a way that they were not able to get the supports down for that lower left-hand side. If you think of a 4-legged table that has 3 legs, you see what the problem is. So what they did is put that truss work at the top, and the truss work is tied into the river side of the building. And in fact, what the truss work is doing is moving up that other side of the building that is not supported from below. Think of somebody holding a suitcase with one hand and hanging out for support for another side, and that's kind of how it works. In fact, when they built the left-hand side of that building, they had to build it from the top.
Wow.
We talked about the Civic Opera building on the right-hand side. Same year, 1929, the building on the other side was finished. It was done by Holberg and Root. And this was the old Chicago Daily News building, which was a wonderful newspaper, closed some time ago. But it's a deco building, so if you go through that plaza, what you will see are depictions of people in publishing or journalism, like Ben Franklin, Horace Greeley, Gutenberg, that sort of thing. We have two buildings coming up, which are all both by the same firm. The first one is the Bank of America building on the right-hand side. The firm was James Gash and Associates. And he said something interesting. He was much more interested in how a building touches the ground than how it touches the sky. As you can see by these giant tridents, these three massive tridents which are supporting the building. The other thing they do besides support the building and make a visual statement, though, is they open the whole building. You have a wonderful river walk, which is landscaped through there, and instead of being closed off, it's kind of light and airy. 6 years before he did that, he designed the one coming up on your left, which you can't take your eyes off of. And you can use whatever metaphor you like. Wine glass, dancer on tiptoes. But this is not showing off. Remember I said that there are railroad tracks through there. And for about 100 years, they never developed this particular site because they couldn't find a big enough footprint. They came up with this wonderful engineering solution, and they have a special type of steel, and it's a really striking building, but they were very concerned about wind load. This is a fairly narrow building. You cannot see this, but at the very top of the building where you will all look after I told you couldn't see it, inside the building are something called tuned liquid dampers. Tuned liquid dampers is a very grand name for these large rooms of hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. So that if the building sways in one direction slightly, the water sloshes back in the other direction, and it's dampened. You don't get any feeling of movement. All right, you have been kindly listening to me for the last hour, so I'm going to take a real break here. You can all stand up, take some pictures, do calisthenics, whatever you like, and I will be back in 1 minute to take you down the main branch.
Woo! Thank you. Bravo!
Oh, good, he shut up. Thank you.
He's so good.
He's great.
He's an architect. Retired architect. Do you still
Chicago contract.
It's really interesting. Look at those trees.
Those are trees.
I think he's an architect. I mean, I know my nephew's history and Johnson. Just by the way,
Yeah, we want the cityscape behind you.
So, it makes sense. Yeah, that's so cool.
Joseph, can you take
Interesting is the benefit of the Chicago and all these architects that would come and build all these cool increase the
Crazy, this green thing is crazy.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is when we take a picture. We're gonna take a picture.
Break's over.
We'll wait until it happens.
Okay, we got all these buildings to talk about. Starting with the Mark, which is the one coming up on your left.
Here we go. Alright, still
It
go.
was finished in 1930 for the Marshall Field Company. There was a terrible year to build it, and they lost lost money on it for the next 14 years. When they finally sold it to Joseph Kennedy, and the Kennedy family ran it for about 60 years after that. The thing about this is a green building, and obviously I'm not talking about the color of the building. If you think about it, there are thousands of people who work in this building. This building actually has its own separate zip code. It's a tremendous opportunity to save energy. And if your building is built or it's operating in a way that's kind to the environment and is sustainable, you could get a special certification. The building construction industry created something called LEED. It stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. That building got a certification. They will recycle just about anything from the chemicals, glass, metal, plastic, paper. They have motion lighting. They use river water for cooling purposes. It's kind of unusual for an older building to get the certification. Because a newer building can use new technology when they are building the building. For example, Chicago Cut Steakhouse. This building, as you can tell, has lots of glass, which means you get lots of natural light. This is a plus. There's an architectural term for it. It's called daylighting. But the problem with all that light is that it heats up the building. So the thing that got the certification here is that they're using a special film on the glass, very, very thin, which keeps out all of the heat, and that's why they got the certification. This is a huge issue in architecture today because operation and construction of buildings